Hello, everyone. My name is Yassir Nadifi. I am a Moroccan American actor here in Los Angeles. I'm here to answer some questions and shed some light on who I am and what my company does. My teeny, tiny, 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 almost non existent company, Orica Productions. All right, let's go. Where were you born? Casablanca, Morocco. Um, Born and raised. How old were you when you decided to become an actor? I got bit by the bug when I was a kid. Did some, you know, plays at school and showcases and stuff. And then we had my dad bought a camera, the big ones with the full big VHS tape, and we were doing plays and skits and all that. And then my dad took me to watch Rocky 3 in the movies, and I was blown away. I was like, this. I mean, I've seen movies before, but for whatever reason, that one it's like it's a milestone. It's one of those things that just engraved in your psyche. Where did you study acting? My wife got sick and tired of my shenanigans, my impressions, and she said, she was like, you know what, you need to put up or shut up. This is getting out of hand. Obviously, you love it. Obviously, you can do this stuff. Why don't you do it professionally? And I mean, why don't you go study and see what happens, and hopefully you can do it professionally. So she ended up looking for schools, found one that her client recommended, and so anyway, I went in, took a couple of classes, and they asked me to come and audition for their program. It was a year-long program. It was like 5 days a week, 4 5 hours a day, and after I graduated, I did a little bit of theater. Produced a play with some of my classmates, and there's always movies and film always in the back of my head. And there's one place to do it, and it's L.A. So Los Angeles. So we moved to L.A. I did some more research because I wanted to. I saw when I was going auditioning that I was a theater actor. It was big, and I needed to be more. Less is more into myself, natural, and all that. So I did some research, found this incredible school called the Ruskin Theater Group. Um, John Ruskin was the apprentice of Sanford Meisner, the one of the original members of the group theater, Stanislavski, Stella Adler, Charlotte Crawford. So these are the modern theater, modern American theater. And yeah, so that was my home, still my home. Actually, back there doing an apprenticeship program, learning how to teach the technique. So that's where I went, and I recommend it to anybody listening. What was your first experience on set? It was a short, um, Suicide Cafe by Bottom of the Barrel Production. Wow, I can't believe I remember that. It's 2007 when I graduated. Um, a small set, 4 actors, director, producer, and I think they had like a PA. But it was very small, very intimate, which was amazing because you learn, um, yeah, and sound. So you learn, okay, this is what's going on the smaller scale. So and then with school, they teach you, here's what's going on, here's what you should and shouldn't do. This is the business of it. And then in 2017, um, 2010, I was on a film set. It was mid-size. It wasn't massive. It was mid-size But in 2008, I was shooting a pilot for CBS and Netflix, and that was Hollywood. That was, oh my God, this is a behemoth. This is so intimidating. Um, and it was great. I mean, it was a great experience. I'm the type of person that, I do things that scare me 89% of the time. So, also, it's like a candy in a candy store, a kid in a candy store. Like, I was like, oh my God. Um, it was incredible. It was an incredible experience, and I've had more after, but that first one was just you know unreal. Um, what was the movie Willow about? Willow was I wrote Willow and had a friend of mine directed. A friend of mine that I respect a lot and worked with a lot. Brittany Falardo. She's a great director. Um, it was about it was a I wanted to capture a feeling that I had. My brother was in a car accident, and we didn't know if he was going to live and die, and he it was devastating because he and I were very very close, and and also the fact that we were immigrants, just the two of us fighting the world brought us even closer, if that's even possible to say. And so we had friends, we had family, and they were trying to, like, they saw that I was cracking, and they saw that I was heading down um, a bad road. So they were surrounding me, and then I met my wife, and she just brought this, like, love and care, and like capable is the first that come the word that comes to my, my head. She just she like I mean, she didn't know us from Adam, and she just knew him. She hung out with him a few times, um, but she took charge and did so many things, and it was that feeling of people taking care of you, people making sure that you don't, you know, hurt yourself or do something that you're gonna regret, or stay on. So um, that's what it that's that's what it was about. So I'll hope. I don't know if it translated. It did win semifinalists into film festivals, and a few friends and people that saw it liked it, and I had incredible talent, and they showed up and just blew me away. So I was super happy. Why did you decide to become an acting teacher? I after a while I started to, like, not like acting. Um, COVID was the busiest time for me. There's so many auditions. Sometimes I would have like five, four, six auditions a day via Zoom, and yeah, I don't know. I just it got into my feelings and got into my head, and I'm like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should stop. And we ended up moving away from LA. We went to Atlanta, and then I'm like, what did I do? This is not, no, 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 no. So I started looking for stuff because Atlanta is known for production. That's also one of the reasons why we picked it. So there's a lot of stuff shot there, and so I did and looked around and tried to find work. But we decided to come back to LA. And when I came back, my teacher asked me if I could, if I were, well, I mentioned that it was in the back of my mind for a long time to do the apprenticeship, and he was like, "It will be great. You'll be great for it. We would love to have you, and you know, um, let's do it." So I started, and um, full, I coached auditions for my friends, and I enjoyed it. I liked being creative with them. I liked guiding them and making sure that they get it right. But also selfishly, I knew that you learn better by teaching. So some of the stuff that I wasn't sure about, I wanted to hone in, and the one way to do that is by teaching. And it's been just it's 100 folds, not even you know 10 or 50. It's just incredible experience. Tell us a funny story about acting. Um, I don't know. Funny story. I have a fun story about an audition that I did for a commercial, for a Canon commercial. It's in the series, the Live in Hollywood, where I picked the wrong pants and they were tight, and I went in and did this. It was this. I read the prompter, and it was like barely breathing, and the guy was like, "Just relax, you're just reading from the prompter, just relax." And I'm like, "You don't understand. It has nothing to do with that. It's these. I picked the wrong pants, and they're so tight, they're suffocating. They're cutting off my circulation." So they just busted out laughing, and they were like, "All right, just do it one more time." He was like, "You can unbuckle your pants if you want." And I did it again, and he was like, "Thank you so much. You made our day." And that's it. And I didn't hear back. I didn't hear from them. So I'm like, all right, I didn't get it, but that's the business. 6 months later, I get a phone call from his name was Patrick, and he said, "So we're shooting next weekend. Are you still available?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "All right, we'll see you then." And went, shot the commercial, got paid, and loved every minute of it. Uh, Tell us a sad story about acting. Why? You know, I get to do this. I don't have to do it. I get to do it. It's sad. I don't have any sad stories. Just, I have lessons. Some of them are not. You know, I mean, they're good long term, but at the moment they were, sad and or hurtful or whatever. So, like the pilot that I shot in Atlanta, um, I was looking forward to it. I was so happy. It was gonna be. It's Netflix. It's gonna be big. Um, I got cut. I mean, you see the side of my face, and both of my scenes were cut, and I had dialogue. Like I had a lot of dialogue. Um, it happened again in Lying and Stealing, um, and but I mean, you learn your lesson, and you learn not to tell anyone. Tell anyone until you see yourself on TV. Um, yeah, so it beats working. It's incredible. It's to be able to do it and make a living off of it, which I'm not, but I don't think you should complain, or anyone should complain if they're doing what they love. Um, yeah. So all right, I think that's all the questions. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing some classes here. I'm trying to go to Morocco and teach. Um, I'm also in the process of writing some stuff. Hopefully, we'll have some shorts soon. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.